Hi friends, this is a very important video because in this video I'm going to cover two railway stocks. Money flowing into the railway sector in the last 2 to 3 years has caused massive rallies in the railway stocks. In FY 2024, 2.40 lakh crores were provisioned for railways.
A capital outlay of 2.40 lakh crores.
And in 2025 interim budget, 3 railway corridors were announced.
Railways. 3 major railway corridor programs will be implemented. 40,000 normal rail bogies will be converted to Vande Bharat standards.
This capex injection into the railway sector has caused this massive rally. Have a look at my screen and what you are going to see is how railway stocks have performed under different railway ministers' leadership. And if you look at Ashwini Vaishnav, last 3 years of his leadership, railway stocks have given multi-bagger returns. Majority of them have given multi-bagger returns. Have a look at, for example, Jupiter Wagons, RVNL, Titagarh Railway Systems. They have given more than 1000% returns in last 3 years. So in this video, I'm going to pick up 2 stocks and whatever I speak will be data driven and you're not going to find this content elsewhere. So consider subscribing. With that, let's move to our stock number 1, which is Titagarh Railway Systems. If you see my screen, you will notice that in the last 1 year, this stock has given close to 247% returns. And if you look at last 5 years, you will notice that a 61 rupee stock has gone and become now 1500 rupees level of a stock. Interesting point to note is that FY23 and 24 is where the major rally has happened for this stock. And this is pretty much backed by their fundamentals. Have a look at my screen and you will see the P&L statement of Titagarh Systems. And you will notice that up until March 2022, the company was making losses. Except 1 year, which is fiscal year 2023, company gave positive net profits. Other than that, if you look at all these years, they have been making losses. It was only fiscal year 2023, the first time they gave a net profit of 126 crores. That has gone up to 286 crores, almost doubled in fiscal year 2024. If you look at the top line or the revenues in fiscal year 2023, the revenues doubled from 1400 crore to 2700 crore. And in fiscal year 2024, the top line has grown by almost 40%. Will this growth continue? Can this stock become 5,000 rupees per share kind of a stock in the next 2 to 3 years or 4 years? For this, we are going to deep dive into some of the tailwind factors that the stock is facing right now. First point I want you to understand is the order book. They have 2 order books actually. What you see on my screen is order book number 1, which is around 14,000 crores. And just to put this in some context, in FY24, the company did 3,800 crores. So this is almost 4 times the order book that they are sitting on right now. And if you see the breakup of this order book, you will see that the passenger rolling stock is going to contribute around 46%, while the freight rolling stock is going to contribute around 54%. What is a rolling stock? Rolling stock actually means the vehicle or the train or the rail that moves on the railway tracks, but there are a lot of components of every train. So for example, here there is the battery box, there is the bogie, there is the condenser, there is a compressor, and there is a wheel set. I'll speak about wheel set a lot in this video, but the point is that the company is sitting at an order book of 14,000 crores, which is the order book number 1. Second order book that you see on my screen is also around similar size, 13,300 crore rupees. 53% of this is a joint venture with BHEL, another stock that I definitely want to do a video. Let me know in the comments if you would like me to create a full dedicated video on BHEL, extremely important stock to consider. But anyways, coming back, Vande Bharat with BHEL is a joint venture which is going to contribute around 53% in this order book. And the wheel set production with Ramakrishna Forgings contributes around 47% into this order book. If you put this order book together, order book number 1 and order book number 2, we are going to see that their total order book, if I talk about, it is around 28,000 crores, which is almost 7 to 8 times of their FY24 revenues. Now, please tell me that out of this 28,000 crores, if in the next 3 to 4 years, if they are able to execute even the 50% of this order book, it is going to be a lot of revenues that we can see in the next few years. So this is point number 1 that you need to understand, which is giving them a lot of visibility of revenues, and that is why investors have been buying this stock, mainly because there is a good visibility of upcoming revenues in the next 3 to 4 years. Also, if you look at my screen, you will see that the company plans to invest around 1,000 crores of capex in the next 2 years because they want to build the capacity. If you look at the shareholding pattern, you will notice that the promoters have done some profit booking in the last 2 to 3 quarters. The stake has gone down from 47% to now 42% as of March 2024. If you look at the FIIs and DIIs, both in the last 3 quarters have upped the game and have bought the stock. And that explains to me the stock price is going up in the last 3 quarters because of there have been a heavy heavy buying in this stock. If you look at the balance sheet of this company, you will see that from a debt perspective, it is 166 crores right now, not a huge debt at all. In fact, the company is sitting at very good reserves. If you look at the valuation, Titagarh Railway Systems PE ratio and the PB ratio, if you look at other stocks as well, it is not looking very high, but from an industry perspective, yes, the company has been enjoying a premium. If you compare the valuation from a Jupiter Wagons perspective, they're slightly on the lower side, but overall from an industry PE PB perspective, it is trading at a high level because of the visibility into revenues and profitability, and therefore investors are buying this stock. Now, if you look at the last 3 years PE ratio, you will see the median PE is around 37. Right now, the stock is trading at around 70. And in my view, this is very, very high level. It may continue to go up. But in my view, such stocks could be bought at levels which are like low PE. For example, here it was at 40, 42. These are the good levels to buy these stocks. Right now, it is very high. Also, if you look at the PB chart in the last 3 years, the median PB is around 2.7. Right now, it is around 9. So very, very high. Again, in my view, these stocks should be accumulated when the PE ratio and PB ratio is slightly calmed down, not at very, very high level. But I think overall, I see very strong revenue visibility, very strong profitability visibility, capex enhancement going on. Overall, the stock is still in a massive bull run. Again, not a stock recommendation. I've given you data-backed analysis about this stock. And if you like this, hit the like button. Let me know in the comments a simple thank you. You can also consider subscribing to my YouTube member community where I post in-depth analysis of stocks, mutual funds, and various other assets that might help you. Before I move ahead, a big shout out to the partners of this video, Odoo. Odoo is a business management software for small and medium businesses. So if you already have a business or plan to launch a startup, Odoo can run your entire business on one single platform. Odoo has over 70 apps covering critical business areas such as sales, marketing, finance, and much more. Beauty is that these apps are all integrated, reducing manual work. You no longer need hundreds of Excel spreadsheets or 14 different softwares for which you are paying subscription. Odoo platform comes with inbuilt capabilities such as Razorpay and UPI for payments, GST, TDS and TCS for accounting, WhatsApp integration for marketing and communication, integration with Flipkart for e-commerce applications, and tie up with Zomato and Swiggy for restaurant needs. If you want to use only one app, then your first app is free for lifetime with unlimited hosting and support. And for the website and e-commerce, you get one free custom domain for one entire year. If you want to use more than one app, then you can get it at a price of 580 rupees per user per month. So check out Odoo today. The link is in the description or in the pinned comments. Moving to stock number 2, which is Jupiter Wagons Limited. Have a look at my screen and you will see that in the last 1 year, stock has given close to 400% returns. And if you look at the last 5 years, stock has gone up by almost 4000%. It has gone from 17 rupees per share to almost 700 rupees per share level. Now, what really amazes me about Jupiter Wagon is that if you look at my screen, you will see FIIs and DIIs only have very minority stake in the company, around 2% by FIIs and around 2% as well in DIIs, which is beyond my imagination, to be honest, because the fact I'm going to share about this company shows me a massive growth coming up. But before I do that, what has been driving the growth in this company? Have a look at my screen and you will see that up until 2020, fiscal year 2020, the company was making losses. Almost in every year, the company was making losses except in year 2019, and in 2013, it has been making losses. But from 21 onwards, the company has been consistently making profits and have been almost growing their profits. And the chart that you see now beautifully summarizes their growth, because in the last 3 years, if you look at it, the revenues or the top line has grown up by CAGR of around 54%, and more importantly, the profits have grown up by around 84% CAGR basis. Now coming to the second hypercritical point about this stock is the order book. So if I show you, the company as of March 2024 is sitting on an order book of roughly 7,000 crores. Now compare Jupiter Wagons order book, which is around 7,000 crore, to Titagarh Systems order book, which was around 28,000 crores. So almost 4 times order book is what Titagarh Systems have if you compare this with the Jupiter Wagon. Both have a very similar revenue profile as well. Titagarh did around 3,800 crores while Jupiter Wagon has done 3,600 crores. But the notable difference in Jupiter Wagon's order book is that majority of this order book, which is 60% to 70%, is coming from the private players, while in case of Titagarh Systems, it is mainly contributed by the government sector. So this is a very big difference, because the Indian government policies may have big difference. So from that perspective, Jupiter Wagon is slightly less riskier. But from an order book perspective, Titagarh Systems has 4 times of the order book. And if you put all of this together, company is likely to cross 5,000 crore, or maybe 5,500 crores of revenue in FY 2025. But another tailwind that this company is enjoying right now is that the company recently acquired another company called Bonatrans India Private Limited for a consideration of 27,000 lakh rupees. Now, Bonatrans India PVT Limited basically manufactures the wheel set of the railway stocks, and Jupiter Wagon is putting a lot of money into Bonatrans India Limited because they want to get to 14,000 to 18,000 of wheel sets to be produced in a year. That is going to be around 400 crores of revenues getting added into this book. And that's why precisely Jupiter Wagon very recently raised a QIP, which is a qualified institutional placement of 1,000 crores, meaning they raised 1,000 crore rupees because majority of this money they are going to put in the Bonatrans Limited company. Lastly, Jupiter Wagon is a net debt-free company. Now, if you look at the valuation of Jupiter Wagons, you will note that it is trading at a higher PE and higher PB than other companies. Also from an industry perspective, almost twice the PE level, almost 3 times the PB level. From a Titagarh Systems perspective, if you compare, Jupiter Wagon is trading at a higher PE and PB right now at the time of recording this video. Also, if you look at the PE trend of Jupiter Wagon in the last 3 years, you will see that right now it is all-time high, crossing around 89. And if you look at the trend line of PB ratio as well, it is trading at a very high PB of 18 right now. So I've shared a lot of analysis about these 2 stocks. Let me know in the comments any other railway stocks you want me to cover, and I'll be happy to shoot another video covering few more railway stocks if you like. Also, let me know if you want me to create any other stocks, for example BHEL or HAL, many other PSU stocks you would like me to cover. Let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to cover. And hopefully this video has given you a lot of insights about the 2 stocks that I spoke about. And if you like this data back analysis, request you to hit the like button. Let me know in the comments a simple thank you. It will motivate me to bring a lot of content for you at 0 cost. Lastly, you can also consider subscribing to my YouTube member community because I share in-depth analysis of stocks, mutual funds and various other assets that you might find very, very helpful. With that, I'll see you in my next video. Until then, keep rocking.